Let's freaking go. Day 44.
Let's go.
Get after it, boys and girls. I just ordered some food, so I'm just waiting for it.
Nice. Just got my coffee.
Dude, I've got my good so I ordered, so it comes with hard-boiled eggs, cucumber, and avocado, drizzled
Yeah.
with some olive oil. It's just right.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna finish the day with a light lunch of Chipotle steak and chicken.
Mm. I actually get some Chipotle today.
So do we have any?
Okay.
I got a couple of leads today. I think I got you one in Amarillo, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I got each one of us 2 or 3
Okay.
this
Well,
morning.
call those right now. My
Dude, let's get that to what's his name?
W.
JW.
All right. What's going on here? Everything is.
Oh, my food is ready. I'll be right back, guys.
What is going on here? I have no idea what's going on with the CRM. It is slow.
Oh, this is a good breakfast, dude. Wait, why is my CRM not loading up?
Yeah, mine is not. Mine is doing the same thing.
Right? It's not loading up the information.
Yeah, yeah. I was going through the other softwares. I'm like, maybe it's my internet, but yeah, it's just the CRM is slow.
Okay, so it's not just me. Damn. What's going on in here?
All right.
You ready to log off and log back on? Dude. That is so weird.
Yeah.
Well, luckily on the opportunity, you'll see the address, so because I can still make calls.
Yeah. Fuck it. This first guy, he's in Ohio.
Please leave your message for 30. Hello.
Hi, good morning. Is this Robert?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Robert. This is Edward. Looks like you may have filled out a form about possibly selling your place there on Vine Street. Is that still something you're considering?
Yeah, I didn't talk to you guys yesterday.
No, that wasn't us. It may have been maybe another company.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Did you get it sold, or were you still looking for ways to sell?
They're supposed to come by and meet me there. I was thinking it was you guys, but yeah, I'm still looking to sell. It's a condemned property. It's a property that I had every intention of remodeling and fixing up. What's going on with it? It was a buddy of mine, and he decided he couldn't handle it, so I took it over for him. And the whole back wall of it, it's like a 2-story. It's built on a hill, kind of, and the whole back wall rotted and was basically rotten, and I took it down.
Yeah.
And I was going to start rebuilding it, and the city got involved, and me and the city don't get along at all. I work for the city, and before they fired me.
Jeez.
But we don't get along, so it's a pain in the ass to get everything done. I already got blueprints. I got the wood all there, and they won't let. They're being a pain in my ass. So
Right. Well, what happened there? How they get involved?
Well, me and the city don't like each other. I was a firefighter for 30 years, and I ran for mayor and pissed them off. And a week after the election, I lost the election. A week after the election, they fired me. So we don't get along at all. And so they're just being dicks to me. I mean, people up the street are doing the same shit as me, and they don't say anything to them. But anyway, long story short, I need to get, well, I'll be honest with you. The other company offered me $63 for it yesterday. They're supposed to send some people out to look at it. I thought, they're supposed to call me to set up a time. But anyway, 63, it's I would say 95% of wood. I was going to do the back wall out of 2x6s. Mm-hmm. And all the wood and the sheeting should be there, or 95% of it should be anyway. Once you run into something you still need. But anyway, it's about a 2-bedroom. My buddy was living in the house the way it was. He just had the back wall parked off because wind would go right through it. So he was living in it, but he also was a kind of a pig pen guy. But the rest of the house, I think, could be remodeled pretty simply. Okay. The basement needs a lot of work. There's a part of the floor that's concrete and part that was wood, and the wood was all rotted. But I was just going to take it all out and just pour a concrete slab down there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you guys are interested in looking at it, you're more than welcome to. Now, here's the thing: it's condemned. I'm not supposed to go in it, but I still do. So yeah, if somebody wants to come look at it, they're more than welcome to.
Okay. Okay.
It sits. The best part about it is what I wanted to do is remodel it and make it really nice. It sits over. It sits on the main drag through our town, And the backyard is a huge city park with a big swimming pool and big ball fields. And it's so nice. You know, I used to live up the street from here, and it was so nice having a deck overlooking the park and the ball field and the pool and stuff. And, you know, they would have festivals down there. They would have concerts down there, ball games. And it was just so nice having a deck right there when I was single. I loved it. So I'm a 15-year-old, and I was thinking about doing it, so he had a place.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of dealing with the city. So
Right. How long have you been dealing with this already? Since the time you took it over from your friend?
I've been messing with it for about I'd say a year, but to be honest with you, I kind of put it on hold because I got some other stuff going on. I told you I was terminated from the fire department. I got a lawsuit going on against them. So I've been working on getting stuff together for that. So I kind of put this on the back burner. That's why I just decided, as much as I would love to keep it, I just would rather get other stuff taken care of first. So where are you guys located? I think your phone's in Texas or something.
Yeah, I'm actually in San Antonio from the home of the Alamo.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was there for the Air Force.
I had to go there for basic training too. I was stationed at Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma afterwards.
When you were in basic?
It was 2017.
Oh,
that's when I went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there in 94.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're a veteran.
But it was a good time. Now that I look back.
Yeah. Well, I am interested, man. Like, my only concern is just with it being condemned. Like, what? Like, do they see it unfit of like structurally? Like, would it need to be like demolished? But or what? Because it doesn't seem like it.
Let me put it this way: there's a house probably like 4 blocks away from it. A guy that is tight with the mayor, he just took a bunch of Mexicans and he took one like 10 by 15 section of the wall, a 2-story house. He took one section down at a time and rebuilt it, and they fucking didn't say a word to him. He put 2 roofs on the front porch and on the side porch. They didn't fucking make him get a permit for it. I tried to put a permit on my house right up the street from there. And I got a newer home that I built 10 years ago. And I wanted to put a half porch on my back porch. And it wasn't going to be very big. They were charging me $400 for a permit. They didn't charge him yet for a permit. So they're just fucking with me.
Yeah.
They want the property because they're trying to buy up the whole section of Vine Street, the main strip through town. So they're just fucking with me. I got buddies on the fire department that told me that because they actually sent the fire department up to look at it, you know, to make sure it was safe and that. And the fire inspector said, I don't see any problems. It would be fine.
Right.
But they also told me that they're stuff that I own the property and they don't want me to own it. So they're just fucking with me.
Okay.
It can easily be rehabbed.
Right.
But like I said, it does need work.
Right. And what were you thinking it could be worth, like, once it was fixed up?
When it's fixed up?
Yeah. Like, what did you have in mind?
I don't know. I mean, the prices have been going pretty good for this whole community. And I think where it's fixed, I think what they want to do is build condos up and down Vine Street, which is the main strip. I would think it would, I don't know. I don't know how to do that, but I mean, I would
like
think
150, 160.
Oh God, I would think at least closer to 2 if it was fixed up right.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, I do see some, but these are a little bit not on that strip there where you're at. Going for the 2s, but like, how big is this one? Like, what's the square footage on it?
I want to say maybe 1,500, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, I could look. Let me look it up here. See
I
what
mean,
it pops up.
my house where I live is only, God, it's maybe 2/10 of a mile. Well, it's on the other side of the park. So if you go through, it might be like 3 or 4 blocks. But if you want to cross, you know, from point A to point B, you're probably 2/10 of a mile. And I think I built it for 210 back in it was 10 years ago. So it was 16. and the auditor just reappraised it for like $350, which is fucking nuts. But so yeah, prices have been going pretty good for the older homes and things are.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because it shows here as closer to 13. Let me see. It was 1350. And you said it had a basement too, right?
yeah, it's got a basement, but like I said, the basement needs major work.
Major.
But
Okay.
I think you can make the basement a decent little family room and then come out onto a deck over the park. But then what I was going to do is put like a patio deck outside the basement. So
Yeah.
it's on a slope hill. And then I was going to put a first floor, which would be like the second floor. I was going to put another deck out of there. That would be out there, like kitchen area and stuff.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Let's see here, because I do see some selling for around the 180, 190 there. Maybe once it's fixed up. So I guess for you, because I know you were maybe planning on doing the work at the time, about like how much money did you think it needs based off of like the condition it's in now?
Well, like I said, all the lumber's there. At least most of it could be there from what I bought. I did use a little bit to like block it in and close it off when they told me I had to secure it. I spent probably about, I guess about $1,800 on the wood. So it's sitting there, and I would leave that there if they wanted it. So I think that would pretty much close up the back wall, fix it up. And then the whole house be inside it, and I'd probably put new windows in it. I don't think the windows are all that old, but I would still, to do it right, I would probably put new windows and siding it. I don't have a clue. I actually had a company come out and give me an estimate, but and I just called them yesterday, matter of fact, because they came out a while ago, but I never got the estimate. I called them, and they're supposed to call me back today. So I don't know what an estimate for siding the windows would be. Don't know. I really don't know yet.
Right.
And it's kind of like it's a flat roof, but it's sloped like from front to back. So, and I haven't ever been up there, so I don't know what I don't see any leaks coming from the roof, but I can't swear to what the roof looks like either. So,
Okay. So maybe
you
possible
got people in this area that would check it out if you were interested.
Oh yeah, like we definitely have established relationships out in Ohio out there. So like if it's something like, let's say we move forward, like the way our process works, that way you have an idea is like, let's say if it's something you do want to move forward on, we'll just send an offer agreement to you. And then from there, once that's completed, we would want to obviously go out there, do our due diligence and make sure everything checks out. And then from there, we're able to start moving forward and open, escrow and start that process there. But it was probably like less than 30 days. So it wouldn't take that long. There's no like liens or like judgments or stuff like that on there.
No, there's nothing on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Other than there is a mortgage. There is a $40,000 mortgage still due on it.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess there is a lien.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah.
But yeah. Well, just so you know, this guy sent me a contract. I haven't got a chance to read it. I was going to do that today, but I'm just actually coming home from a doctor's appointment right now.
Yeah.
So I was going to sit down and read it, but he did offer me 63 for it. So
yeah.
If
so I guess for you guys, like what is more important? Like what's like, I guess, what are you looking to accomplish at the end of the day, just to see if we're even able to help here? I said, I guess like at the end of the day, because I already know you mentioned you have an offer and I guess a contract on it. So I guess for you guys, like,
I don't have a contract yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't sign any contract yet. No.
Okay.
He sent me something to sign and do it on the computer, but I don't honestly. I'm 60 years old. I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing on the computer. I don't know how to sign it and send it back. So I was waiting for my wife today when she got off work.
Yeah.
But I wanted to sit down and like print it. I want to print it out and read it before I sign anything.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway.
Right. And I guess just to see if we could help here, because like I said, I mean, I definitely want to help here. I am interested. And I always tell folks, like, I like to be fully transparent. I mean, as an investor, when we look at some of these properties, it would at least need to like line up from like an investment standpoint. So that's why I'm asking these questions, just to get a better feel for it and see what we can do. And obviously make sure it makes sense for you just as much. So that's why I was asking, like, for you, I guess, like, what are you ultimately looking to accomplish at the end of the day, just to see if we could help.
I'm just trying to unload it now, so I don't have to worry about it right now.
Okay. So pretty much just cover the mortgage and maybe get, put some cash there in your pocket and kind of move on from it at this point.
I'm definitely looking to get to 63. So
Yeah.
if I get to 63, I'm definitely looking at that. So
Right.
because I got architect plans for the back wall, and I've been making payments on it, and the mortgage payments on it. So yeah, I definitely want to get to 63. So
Okay.
if you guys come in that
So
ballpark, or like I said,
yeah, I guess my question, like, if offers all came around that range, I mean, like, how would you then decide who to go with?
well, I mean, if it's the same offer, I'll stick with that guy. I like him. I like you too. You're fine. But he's first, and like, actually, I guess whoever told me, he said he still has to set some guys out to make sure it's something we're going to go forward with. So I guess whoever gets out there and looks at it and likes it, I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to screw anybody over, but
Right.
But if it takes 7 days to get out there, and you can be out there today, then I'll definitely let you guys look at it. If you liked it, and you can match the offer, I'd be okay with that.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, like with anybody else, like for us at least, is we would at least have to have an agreement before we go out there. Just because it's a similar situation, right? Like scenario here, like you do have already offers. So if we go out there and we're like, hey, we're gonna go, but you already signed with somebody else, well, the last thing we want to do is kind of waste each other's time. But
let me see what he has to say after I read it. And if they don't go through with it, I'll call you back.
Yeah, because that would be my only concern there. Like I am interested. My only concern will be that it's condemned. And I mean, sometimes it's easy to put a number on a piece. I mean, I could put 65, but then if I go out there, I might have to come back lower. So that's just be my only concern there, with any other offer. Like, I'll be honest, like with me, I think I could be fairly close to it. Probably be anywhere between like the 55 to 60 range, and that's me kind of being like, hey, I feel more confident and being and like I'm able to be able to move this and get this done for you. Obviously, we would still want to put eyes on it. Like you already told me, I know the basement needs work. You already talking about the roof that's condemned. So I get that. But yeah, any higher than that, I'm not sure. Like I would still want to go out and look at it at that point. But
I'm gonna let him look at it, and if he wants it, then I'll just go with him. Then I appreciate it, man. I gotta go anyway. So
yeah, no worries. I guess when should I follow up? Hang up. How do I join the chat here?
Edward, how'd that call go?
Dude, it was actually pretty good. I was gonna once he said 63, at first I was like, oh heck no. And then I saw one though that was dude down to the freaking studs and everything. He has like 13 properties, an investor, and he bought it for 70. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. I can see why they offered at least 63. But he already
Mhm.
has the contract in his inbox on there. And
He already
at first,
what?
he already has the contract in his inbox with them, and they're gonna walk it. And so yeah, either he was like, hey, even if someone came, because I asked him like, what if all the other offers came back, around the same range either way? I mean, how we then decide like how to move forward then? He was like, man, well, like if I get the same offer, I'd just rather move with them. They're good guys. I do trust them. And then they'll come out here and look at it at that point. But yeah,
Or is
afterwards,
this Dayton? Dayton?
this is Cincinnati, Ohio. His name is
Oh,
Robert.
Cincy?
Yep.
When are the guys gonna walk?
I guess I think he said, I think it was today because he spoke with them yesterday.
Dude, what's the address? Can you drop it on the chat?
Yeah.
I have a father and son flippers over there.
Okay. Dude, that was a good first call,
But
man.
but there is only one thing that I don't know how to proceed with that one, because he said that it's
Condemned.
condemned.
Yeah. He
So
swears
how would
that,
that work?
yeah, that was my concern there. He swears that, oh, they're trying to mess with him because he was like working within the city or something and was running for, I guess, election or some shit. There. So that's all I was telling him, like that would be my only concern. He's like, yeah, man, they're just giving me shit, like that's it, and stuff like that. So I was like, well, I'll figure out how we could go about that then. Because he still owes a mortgage. He even owes a mortgage of 40 right now on it. And look, this is the
What's the
one I was
bedroom and bathroom count on this one?
2, 1.5. Here, look at this. I'm gonna
Two
send you the
bedroom,
link.
1.5.
Yeah, has a basement too. Send you the Zillow link on this one. Look at that one.
Holy shit!
Yep. 3 months ago. They're definitely investors. They have at least 12 right now.
Oh fuck! What are these guys' names? I can't think of their names right now. I want to see if these guys would go walk it. What are these guys' names? Hey, did we ever send the cancellation for your Toledo deal?
Um, oh no, I already spoke to that guy too. And Let me. I'll do that right now.
Is it Richard? It's cool, man. Let's just do all of it later today. But I just wanted to say. Okay, so this is not. It's not Richard. Who the heck is my Dayton buyer? No, not Dayton. Cincinnati. This is stupid, dude. Why didn't I include Cincy next to his name?
Maybe let's look them up with the Cincinnati area code, maybe. Progress.
I cannot remember this guy's name to save my life. I'm like looking through all of my end buyers list in my phone. No, it's not.
This might be a Spanish lead. Ambrosio.
Revisaré si esta persona está disponible.
Eduardo.
Gracias. Permanece en la línea.
David is David.
Esta persona no está disponible. Si quieres dejar otro mensaje, responde.
What do you think is the and it's not full? Is his house full got?
Yeah, it seems like it based on what he described. Dude, the only reason I took a shot at this is because that one that I told you there.
And is that pretty near his house?
Yeah. That's the only reason. If I wouldn't have seen that, I probably wouldn't have offered him really much.
Okay. Let me give him a call and see. And what is the thing? 63?
Yeah, he's at 63 with those other guys.
He won't sign any contract, right?
No. Well, he would sign. It's just he already has that contract with the other guys, and they're gonna walk it either way. So
Oh, he's under contract right now.
no, they sent him a contract, but he hasn't signed it yet. He's having once his wife gets back, they're gonna review it and see how they could sign. I had just called them, and yeah, he was saying even if we match their offer, I mean, he would still go with them just because he does. He already talked to them first and has been talking to them, unless we give him a higher offer. But I don't want to. I don't think it's worth giving them a higher offer though.
Okay.
Yeah, because I went off of Ross Avenue. Like, dude, that one's completely to the studs, everything. I don't even know why they bought it at 75. And it's an 1889 build, similar to ours. Man, let's look it up. Stefan, make me an offer, he said.
Yeah.
Just make him an offer.
Oh, thank God, it's fucking working now.
Yeah. It's just not it's not giving me the little Zillow icon too.
Sorry, you can't leave.
I like using that thing.
Oh yeah.
It's like the first thing I do. And then copy it to PropStream. Rick. What's this dude? Rick. Oh, yeah.
All right, this guy's texting me right now. Let's see what he says. Zitties Johnson. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this guy on a drip.
What's the address for that one? It's Divine Street, right?
Yeah. Afternoon.
When was this sold?
3 months ago.
Please leave your message for 513.
Yeah, because I went to prop stream, didn't see a whole lot. Well, I saw a few, but not a whole lot similar. So I went to Zillow, narrowed down the radius there, and then put the low to high, and saw that 75, the lowest one in the area. I know it was down to the studs. I'm like, oh shit, I'll take my shot at that. And well, I looked them up too, see if it was an investor, and yeah, they had like 13 properties they own.
All right, I just sent it to my guy. I trust this guy, so
Yeah,
he said he'll let me know if the numbers make sense. He might be able to swing by after lunch today.
okay.
Is it a 1-1 or 2-1?
2, 1.5.
Okay. Is what, 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath?
Yeah.
And is this a full guy too,
Hi,
or
good
what?
morning, V. This is Edward. I do apologize. I did not see that I had missed call from you yesterday by your property down Smurl Drive in Rockwall. Was that still something I were looking to sell? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And I
703.
no 1003.
1003. Yes.
Okay, perfect. And how much were y'all looking to get for it?
As much as I can.
Oh, yeah, of course. And by the way, would you believe me if I told you? I guess nobody that I've spoken to is looking to get as little as they can. So yeah, I totally understand. So I guess walk me through then. Can you tell me a little bit about it? Like, is it occupied, vacant, or what's going on there?
No, it's vacant. And let me just, so I'm not wasting your time or mine.
Of course.
This is not a fire sale. I'm not looking to unload it quickly to avoid, whatever. There's no loan. It's not mortgaged, so I'm not in a rush.
Yep.
So
I get it. You're not distressed. You're not. Yeah, I totally get it. Sounds like you've spoken to a few people already.
Well, I have.
Yeah.
And so, I will probably be listing it on the market if,
Sure.
the few people I've talked to, if it's, not anywhere close to what I'm thinking.
Sure.
So just, letting you know up front that this is not going to be, my expectations are not to unload it at a bargain price.
Of course. Okay. Well, yeah, no worries. And a lot of sellers that we work with in the past have said the same thing. Sounds like you've already spoke to a few people that have low body. So if I feel like offers are not where you're looking for, then I'll just let you know right away. So that's why I was asking you, I guess, like, how much are you looking to get for it?
I'm guessing. I don't have any, confirmed amount, but I'm guessing market value is probably around 475 to 480.
Okay. And quick question, because I know you mentioned you might consider selling it with a realtor. I guess besides finding us online, what kind of made you lean towards this approach versus just listing it?
I'm sorry, I didn't. What you said?
No, I said, I guess aside from like maybe finding us online, because the only reason I'm calling, it looked like you had put out a form on our site. So I was just asking, like, what kind of made you lean towards this approach with like an investor versus just listing it on the market with a realtor?
It's kind of a feeler to see what the offer. You know, if that were a workable option, then it would save me a lot of time and grief, because I've had it listed previously. I had it listed with an agent for a year. They had one open house, and it appeared to me that it was kind of a situation where the agent that I had acquired was basically just waiting for somebody to fall in their lap. And why would I want to pay this person a big chunk of the money that, when they really haven't worked to sell it?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I
No.
mean, when I relist it, I'm going to be interviewing more than one individual, and they're going to have to give me a secure feeling that they are going to try to sell it.
Yeah.
As opposed to just having it added to their roster and waiting for somebody to come along.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally understand that. And like I said, I have multiple of these conversations, and some sellers say the same thing, whether they've listed, had a bad experience, and things like that. Which sometimes realtors, they have multiple properties they're working on, and they don't always focus on maybe yours specifically. So it seems like that's what happened here. Did he give you any sort of feedback when y'all were on the market?
It was listed at 550 when it was listed.
Okay. And he said out of that whole year, he only had one showing.
Yeah, they only had one open house.
Oh, geez. Okay. Okay. Well, I definitely would love to see how we could help here. I guess to start off with, can you tell me a little bit about the property, like what's going on with it? What's the situation there, just to see if we might be able to help?
The house is 2264 square feet. It was built in 1997. It's I'm guessing you've seen photos of it online.
Yeah, I'm pulling that up right now.
I have the roof was replaced in 24. It's got a red cedar fence around that was put in place in 24. It's completely painted on the inside. It's got a new hot water heater. It's got new guttering. I've done a lot of work myself in getting it to put on the market.
Right.
The floors carpet has been replaced with laminate in 24. The kitchen and bathrooms, the wet areas are tile, and then everything else is laminate.
Okay.
The kitchen countertops are laminate, and the bathroom counters are cultural marble.
Okay. And I know you mentioned it was vacant. How long has it been vacant at this from now, I guess until now?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up
Oh,
quite a bit. So
no, I was saying, yeah, I was saying, I know you mentioned it was vacant. How long has it been vacant for now?
It was, I inherited it. So it's been vacant for 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. And has there still been like running water and electric and stuff like that during that period, or nothing has been
And
running?
what?
Has like water and like, all like pretty much the services on the house, has that been like up and running, or has it just been turned off since then?
All the utilities are still active. I during the winter time, I shut the water off at the street to just to prevent any frost freezing pipes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Just as a precaution. And then when it starts warming up, then I turn it back on. So,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
but aside from as far as I'm still paying a water bill each month.
Yeah.
So it's still in service.
Right. Okay. Okay. It sounds like you've been pretty much maintaining it fairly well throughout the years then, by what you're telling me. And if you don't mind me asking, like, I guess like what sort of led you to consider selling now after, a few years there, kind of maintaining it?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh no, I was asking, because as I'm pulling it up here, I'm trying to take a deeper look into it. I was just curious what sort of like led you to consider selling now after, a couple years since you had it.
Well, my mother was put in a nursing home, and I didn't sell it just primarily because, if she got better, then, she could come back home. I wasn't in any rush. There wasn't any need for me to rush it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just been,
Mm-hmm.
plus, from my perspective, my husband passed away, and I have my own home to take care of. So, it's just not been a priority for me in terms of messing with putting it on the market.
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry to hear about your husband. I mean, I know that could be definitely tough to deal with all at the same time. So, my condolences, and definitely want to see how we could help here in the best way. I am trying to take a look here, on here on the market and see what I could do here for you, because I do see a few actives. Just trying to find something similar to you. That would be just my only concern there. Like there is activity, just not a whole lot right now moving. And that's why I'm trying to see what I could do here for you. Now, that being said, I always like to be fully transparent. Like we are investors, and when we look at properties, like it would at least need to line up from like an investment standpoint. That being said, right? But however, I want to make sure it obviously makes sense for you just as much. Otherwise, we could probably agree it doesn't make sense for us to, have this conversation. So I guess for you, like walk me through, like at the end of the day, like I guess what are you looking to accomplish from this, just to see if we're able to maybe help here and provide a good solution here for you.
Probably my bottom. Well, first of all, let me ask you this: what would be my expenses incurred if I were to go with your offer?
So we pay all the closing costs. There wouldn't be any agent commissions or any fees associated to that. So, yeah, like there wouldn't be no fees if that's what you're asking. That would come from like the offer or anything like that.
So basically, whatever we agree on, then that would be the amount that I would walk away with.
Right. Unless you have unless there's like a mortgage or any, like, let's say taxes, that would just be prorated from that. Is all.
Taxes are paid no mortgage.
Okay.
You know, it's
Yeah, then that would be net to you.
you know, honestly, probably my bottom would be 430, 440, somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay. Because what I'm looking at here, I do see a few that have sold within. I tried doing 6 months, but I'm trying to find something similar. There's one that sold around 400, one for 380, but there was a little bit smaller than yours. So I'm thinking like if you were to list it, that could probably be in that range there of like between that maybe anywhere between that 410 to 430 in that range based on what I'm just looking at. And the fact that it was listed last year, I mean that's probably why there wasn't a whole lot of activity or feedback maybe from that agent. Because it was maybe listed a little high there. My only concern there, because like I said, from like an investment standpoint, I would want to either put it back on the market. I'm not seeing a whole lot of like a rental market there, so I would look at it more for us to try to resell it there, which I think it's where it could resell if I listed it on the market. Let's say even 430. So let's say if I offered, like if I could come in at the 430 based on where you're looking for. And then I would have to pay closing costs and commissions, like on the back end, right? It wouldn't be something that you would have to cover in the front end. That's just more for us when we buy it. So like if we did a purchase of 430 from you and then we try to sell it on the market, that'll put us all in at like 490 to potentially sell it for the 430 on there. So I guess for you, is it like for you, what's like the most important thing? Is it just obviously getting the most amount of money, or is it just kind of just being done with it, or like what's more important for you? I guess I should ask.
Well, it's probably the key thing for me is just to eliminate one aspect of something else I have to take care of.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, because based on what you're looking for, what I'm trying to do here, because I definitely want to see if I'll get you the most amount I possibly can here. I think like a cash offer, like if you're looking for like a 30-day closing, I would say that's where most of the offers you may be getting is like where they may come in at, but they're more insulting offers. Now, if I'm trying to get you the best offer here and you're flexible on time frame, I'd probably say I'd maybe have to come in closer to here. Let me crunch some numbers here. Yeah, like I probably have to come closer to like maybe the low to mid 300, so anywhere between like maybe 310 to like maybe 340 in that range.
Okay.
But that would be more of like, hey, if you're flexible on time frame, like a 60 to 90-day closing, and that's where you don't have to worry about the commissions, closing costs, or any repairs that may come up through like an inspection. That's probably like the best we could do around that range. So it would be more of like, hey, we take on the headache of dealing with that. But yeah, that would probably be the best route. Or like you were saying, you could go and try to do the vetting yourself with a realtor, maybe list it again, and then kind of go through that. Right? Those are, I would say, the two options there.
Well, I think I don't want to. I'm not interested in considering something in the threes.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, in that case, I would say, based on where you're looking for and your position there, I'd say maybe vetting those agents pretty good and maybe listing it where they're at least give you, just ask them for them to give you like recent comparables before they even list it. So that way, they're listing it at a price that's going to sell, not a price that you're going to have to babysit on the market.
Yeah.
All right. So, but yeah, well, I wish you nothing but the best. And if things change, you're more than welcome to give me a call back. All right. Bye. Oh man, that was a tough one, dude. I didn't know what.
What's up?
This was a tough. That was a tough one for me to comp.
Yeah. You know what I did? I don't know if you did it. I just changed the square footage.
On PropStream.
So on PropStream, lower the square footage to 1,000, and then increase it to like 1,000 to 3,500, and you'll see a bunch of them pop up.
Yeah. Yeah, like I saw that one, the one you did send me in the chat. You sent me in the chat. That's over 375. It looked like it was a nice, decent condition. Ours is a lot bigger, so I was like, dude, fuck, I think we could even move this in the market, probably like 430, based on what I'm looking at, just because she has like the size and how big she is, and she's on that corner, and the photos don't look bad online.
No, they don't. I
So I'm like,
saw
man,
it.
fucking list this at like even 400 or 430 there. That's why I just anchored her at that range, that low to mid 300s. But yeah. Any feedback you have on, like, you could give me on that one?
Well, the only thing that you saw was a potential innovation deal, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
no?
Because based on how she came in the beginning, and I got some motivation there. Yeah, and she's already
I
had
think
offers.
on that one, I would have just kind of done the. I would have just been like, because she complained about that last realtor, right? And she said, this time I'm gonna interview them, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I would have just been like, ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, how many houses have you sold before, blah blah. Because then I would have just been like, why don't I do this?
mm-hmm.
I'll manage the realtor, because the way you said something, you responded to that, you acknowledged what she said. I think you could have added just a little bit of saying, hey, look, here's the thing. When I sell mine, I interview like 10 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they got to give me really good comparables. And by the way, I already have the comparables by the time I talk to them, because I just want to see who's the smart one and who's good at dancing on TikTok.
Yeah,
You,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
and because then it's not that it would have changed the conversation or the path, but it would have opened up the mind a little bit, like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. And then at that point, I would have just been like, what is it? Do you want to manage these realtors? Do you want to go through that? If not, let me do it. And here's the
Right,
reason why. I was just like, the only way we can afford to pay more is if I pre-market this so that we can customize that build.
right. Yeah,
You know,
100%. Yeah,
I think that's the only, because she wasn't like, her guards were up, like, oh,
yeah,
I'm not this, I'm not that, da 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 da.
yeah,
And then I
yeah.
would have just been like, also, I need to notice that it's been on the market for 244 days.
Mm. Yeah, it was at
But
55.
she turned me off. She turned me off in the beginning. I mean,
Yeah, she
you
did
went
too.
you did a good job, like, opening her up more than me. I would have
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
like it did too. And I tried hanging in there, and then asked those questions, the why now questions. She opened up, but just based on like her tone and the way she was responding, I'm like, if I keep prying or try to go, I feel like I'm gonna lose her more, because I didn't feel like I got her guards down completely. So I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
all right, let
yeah.
me just keep pushing through this. And
And I don't even know if this would be a good approach. Actually, since we have a few people watching, I'd like to hear you guys' opinion. Like, I might have. I'm not saying that I would, but I might have taken the approach of, ma'am, can I just ask you a quick question? I'm like, are you saying those things because you just been tired of just slow ballers, or you simply just do not give a fuck, and you will sit on this house for another 10 years if it doesn't sell at the price that you want? Which one is
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
Because if it's the former, I can work with you. But if it's the latter, I just don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
I think actually one of these days, dude, if I come across a lady like that, I will definitely ask that question. I mean, heck, I might even call her later today or tomorrow just to be able to ask her that.
Yeah.
Right? Because then
Yeah.
I can just, and then she might be like, well, why do you ask? I'm like, here's the situation. I can move deals, whether I'm the end buyer or not. If it's something that you actually do want, we can work together on this. But if you're the one that's going to be hard-headed about it and not listen to the market, I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
So which one is it?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna listen back to this call. I think it was a good call.
It was a
But
good call. I
yeah,
what
I,
I'm saying is not even suggestions. I'm just saying like
yeah,
some things that I might have done just because she was hitting you hard.
yeah, and that, dude. But yeah, and think about. I think those are the ones that we gotta be good at. Not these other ones. Like the last call I had was easy, but these are the ones that she did have motivation there. But I feel like the way I was kind of still like thinking about like the way she was responding, the way she was reacting, and I think that also led to like certain things of what I did in that call, which I could have dug
Mm-hmm.
deeper into. She also said towards the end there, like, "Hey, the most important thing for her too was like getting some of this stuff out of her plate and things like that." And that's like should be my trigger where I'm like, okay, let me probe and clarify on that, probe and clarify on that, and then probe and clarify on like the
Yeah.
400 or the 430 that she was at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go listen back to this call later today.
Yeah. Because for me, I feel like I can just hear the frustration in her voice.
Yeah,
It's either she's frustrated or she's just a grumpy old lady. It's one of
I think
those two.
she's overwhelmed based on like what she was telling me about 2 years, the husband passing away and all that stuff. And then for me, I took it just based on her response there. I'm like, I want to ask it or pry more a little bit, or not pry, but probe and clarify. But I just felt like I didn't like frame it that well in the beginning to get her guard down, and I didn't want to bring that back up, bring it more like her
See,
guard up higher.
see,
That's the part
that's
where
that.
I didn't
That's
like.
where that's where you and I go like this, right? And I'm
Yeah,
not saying mine is better. I'm not saying yours is better. It's just that's
yeah,
just how we're different. For me, at that
yeah,
point, I would have just hit her straight on.
yeah.
Bro, just what you just said right now, that's what I would have told her. If you felt that, that's what I would have told her. I'm like, ma'am, is it safe to assume? I do this a lot and I kind of feel this from you. And maybe I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But do I sense like a frustration and maybe a little bit of overwhelmed? And just talk to me because I genuinely do want to help if that's the case. But if not, like that's totally fine too. Because then
Mhm,
I just think she just needs to be heard, man.
mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's the route that I would have taken.
yeah, and that's the thing. I didn't ask like the impact of that. Like she told me that, and then I said, okay, well, it sounds like it definitely could be. It sounds like you've been dealing with a lot, blah blah, and whatever. And I brushed it off and went on instead of saying that.
Brush it off. Yeah,
How's all that been like
yeah.
for you? It sounds like you've been. I should. That's a part where I wanted to say, but that's a part where I guess you could say I bitched out there. I'm like, fuck, dude. And that's where I'm right now. I'm getting upset about it because I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn,
Looking back
that
to it,
was the
talking
moment of
about it.
truth there, like
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I knew that was because I knew I fucked up even there. I'm like, that's a point where I should have asked. Like, once I got that, that was like the opportunity that I had to go in there and be like, ask her the impact question of like, because she told me she actually answered the like when I told her I'm like, hey, what led you to consider selling this now after a couple years? And then she told me
Mm-hmm.
about the stuff that she was dealing with her house and then doing some of the work, her husband passing away and dealing with all that by herself. So I still like I acknowledge that, but then I just moved forward into like, I definitely want to see how we could help at that point. And then I went on to just doing the part that we say there of like just getting her to understand we're our investors. Instead of saying that, like, how's that been like for you though? Like with kind of the past couple of years with you having to do it with XYZ. I think it there probably would have gone a little bit different.
I think
But
so. Now that talking it out loud with you, I think you're dead on that one.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna follow up with that one, but I'm gonna listen to
Yeah.
the call.
I would say so. Maybe even follow up with her later today. Just fall on your sword, so to speak, you know?
Yeah, I'm putting it here on my in progress.
Ambrosio. Oh, that's you.
That's good.
Please leave a message.
Single start snippet XPR. Oh man, if she answers, this one's gonna be an interesting call. She has this listed.
Nah. A new one that I bought, or?
Oh no, this is one I'm doing some follow-ups on.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember buying anything that was.
Yeah, I think I was looking at it last time I was trying to call her, and I'm thinking it had to be at like 110. So I'm hoping. It's like these condos too, man. Oh, by the way, talking about condos, I tried calling those agents yesterday. No answer yet. I need to call them today again.
Yeah.
Oh no way, she's calling back.
Go ahead. I'll mute myself if she ends.
Yeah, it hung up. Let me call her back.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
She didn't answer. I'm gonna send her a text.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Oh my gosh. I hate those voicemails where it takes a long time for the fucking beep. Oh, it annoys me.
Yeah, dude. Look that. Dude, I want this lady to answer too. This Connie, she's in Corpus. She sent me a. Oh, I told you about it.
Corpus
Yeah.
Christi.
She texted me over the weekend to give her a call Monday, but she hasn't answered. But she was like, "Hey, I'm getting drunk. I need to sell my
Yeah, I was
house."
gonna say it was the drunk one. Yeah.
Oh, this is a good call. She answers.
Where is this guy, Henry?
All right. Well, I'll put her on a drip.
Please try your.
I'm about to put everyone on a freaking drip, dude. It's ticking me off.
Yeah, some of these that have respond or tell me to call back, I'll just put them under like hot, and I'm just following up with every day. And right now, I'm just gonna
Yep.
put them on drip because they haven't been answering.
This is what I'm doing, Sam.
Mario.
Jamil, what's up, buddy?
Please leave your message for 8116.
Omar, saw your post. Congratulations on your first close and funded.
Nice.
We can go, baby. All right. I'm going to call out of my cell and see if this works. This works. It's my, we might have to go take our numbers out of the spam.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
And by the way, people are starting to come up here, so I'm probably going to have to come off soon.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Nine.
Come on.
Wanda.
No. 3, 6.
Hey, I'll tag you on this lead. I've been trying to contact her. She is looking to sell, but she has not been answering me, and it goes straight to voicemail. So I'll just add you at it.
You report your name and reason.
Oh, come on. One of those days, huh?
You report your name and reason for calling. I'll see if this person is available. Telephone number 4053. Thanks, Caesar. Please stay on the line.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message, please reply after the tone.
Hey, Wanda. Good morning. Caesar here, calling about your property on Fletcher Street. Looks like you might still be looking to sell this property. I'm always looking to buy in Thomasville. Give me a call when you get this. Yeah, I can help out. I'll go ahead and shoot you a quick text as well, okay? Thanks. Drip 'em. Drip them all.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys.
I'm sorry, the person you were.
I'm gonna drip this guy. Mm.
Welcome to the U.S. Cellular voicemail 309.
Oh, shut up. Pick up the phone, you crazy bastards. Yeah.
Name and reason for calling. I'll see if this person is.
Wrong one. Oh, what is Brad calling me for? Let's see what he says. Brad, my man, how are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing all right, sir. Just live on YouTube right now, making calls. How can I help?
All right. Well, I just wanted to touch base regarding that Breon winner to see at what point one of your investors would be willing to pull the trigger.
The one on Winter Street?
Yeah, 2421 Winter. Did I send you photos of that one?
You did. The only thing is, and I don't know if I didn't tell you, I apologize. The only thing is that once you put it on the market, it handicaps me. It handcuffs all. Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, like
even if you can sell it without there being any commission.
Yeah, because the way they look at it is if it's on the market for 85, they're gonna want to get a good amount of discount because now that you know what I mean. Just from an investor's point of view, they're gonna look at it like right off the bat, the offers are gonna come in anywhere between like a really low ball would be 40, but probably people would want to buy this like at the 60s now because it's on the market at 85.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because remember, that's the reason why. Remember the other one that we did. That's why I asked, is like, dude, let me work on this before you put it on the market, and then that's how I was able to move it for you.
Okay. All right. I don't quite get why it being on the market would demand such a discount. I mean, I was calling to say I'll go less than 85, but if that is irrelevant at this point, then I don't understand it. But I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. It just handicaps us for a little bit. I mean, I'll definitely ask around, but right now, just to let you know how it works, like I let them know, they look it up online. They're like, oh, bro, it's on the market for 85. So as an investor, I would need, at least 20% discount. And so that's going to bring it down to the 70s,
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why.
And I would be okay with 79, but I'm not gonna. I'll keep it before I go below that. But I thought maybe at that point it might be something you could work with. But if not,
now let me ask you this: would you be open to seller financing this to someone? Because I have a couple of guys that love doing seller finance on something like this.
No, I still want to be part of the 1031.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Because you're doing the 1031 exchange still. Yep. I remember. Okay, cool. I'll send it out just in case. You never know. I'll keep you posted. Okay. Thanks, Brad.
Good deal.
All right.
Thanks.
Should have listened to me, dude. Brad is super duper cool. I did an interview with him, but I can't find the damn video. Did I call this guy? Dude, I feel bad for whoever answers the phone.
You're ready. Hey, Carl, always put
Ready.
fireplace on.
And watch it be a complete asshole. Oh, man. That would be bad. William Smith. Well. You know the baseball player from the I think he's in the Dodgers still. Will Smith. It's a white
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like on a podcast, like, man, I love calling restaurants just to make reservations because he's in LA and he's like, yeah, I want to make a reservation for Will Smith, and they always give me like the best table, and then here comes a white dude walking up. You're like, what? He's like, I get the best shit, man.
That's funny.
You know, he's like, I take advantage of every single second, man. And it's perfect because he's in LA too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So they believe that.
yeah, and it's just like an automatic. It's just the Will Smith, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's the Will Smith. Unless they just recognize the voice.
Yeah. Well, usually he gets like his manager or
Yeah.
one of
Right.
his goons to
Not
call.
like he's gonna right. Not like he's gonna call either.
Yeah. Or he would call and just say, "Hey, I'm calling on behalf of Will Smith."
Yeah.
It's so funny, Daddy.
One responded. Let's see. Hello, contract supposed to close in 2 weeks.
I'm laughing
Why?
because this guy just texted me, "Are you a wholesaler or an actual buyer?" So I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Actual buyer." That said, I do wholesale from time to time, but if I decided that's my only exit strategy, I'd always let you know before we do anything, right? Whatever. I just but I like to be fully transparent, and I like working with people who are as well. And then my second text message. Now, just curious, are you an actual seller or are you just wholesaling this deal? I'm like, because I get this shit of text all the time.
Yeah. Damn, dude, that lady that texted me, the one on the Corpus, the one saying that she was getting drunk, she texted back saying she has a non-profit advocating for her, trying to renegotiate the terms on my mortgage. If that falls through, then yes.
Wait, what?
I guess she has someone like a nonprofit working on trying to renegotiate the terms on her mortgage. I don't know. She might be going through like some type of financial stuff with her mortgage or something. But she says if that falls through, then yes, she is gonna sell.
Okay. What is the offer? Yeah, I love that text, dude. I just fucking turned it around on him. Bitch.
Yeah,
Let's fucking go.
that is good because we've been getting a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah, turn it around on them. Old bastards. I have very short fuse today. My patience is very thin. I am not a tiger today, boys.
let's get him on the phone with the seller.
I'm a fucking bore today. I charge head on today. I don't have time to be bullshitting.
What? Okay, let's see.
Let's see how he responds. Oh, nice. You got an appointment, bro.
Yeah, right now I'm like, what? Then she said she was gonna work with that mortgage company. And now she's like, hey, let's try later on tonight.
Oh, is that the same one?
Yeah.
Connie?
Yeah. That's fine.
All right. I'm going to take a quick biological break. I'll be right back. Oh.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. Let's see. Okay, she responded back.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Is this Ellen?
Yes, this is Ellen.
Hey, Ellen, this is Edward. You had just responded to my message this morning about your place there on Tanglewild Street. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And how much were y'all looking to get for it?
About 150.
150. Okay. Gotcha. Well, let me walk through a few quick details then, just so that I can get a better feel for the property, and then we'll see how we can best help. While I take a quick look here, is the property occupied, vacant, or what's going on with it?
I'm currently occupying it.
Oh, okay, cool. And where you headed to next?
I'm gonna go to a housing facility.
Oh, okay, nice. When were you making that transition, if you don't mind me asking?
Probably as soon as possible.
Really? Okay. Okay, well that's good. I guess what are you looking forward to the most about that, if you don't mind me asking?
You what?
I said, what are you looking forward to the most about going to the facility there, if you don't mind me asking?
Hold on just a second.
Yeah. Mhm.
Are you there?
Yes, I am still here.
Sorry, I had to take care of something.
Oh, no worries. It's totally fine. Um,
Okay, so what were you asking me about a facility?
oh no, I was just asking. You said you were moving to a facility here
Yeah.
shortly.
I'm bedbound, and I either have to go to a facility. It's for people that are unable to take care of themselves.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you the only one pretty much just dealing with all this, like with, the cell, or do you have anyone helping you with this?
Not the sale, no.
No. Okay.
I've had it on the market, and it's just been too long, so
Hmm.
I have to take a cash offer.
Okay. So right now, is it still listed on the market, or what's the like the arrangement there with the realtor?
But
Yeah, but I took it back off because no one's buying it. No one's even, I haven't had any, people come in to look at it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I pulled it up here.
And from what I understand, I did talk to a couple of realtors, and they said it's happening a lot.
Yeah, some properties sitting there, and you do have a few in that complex selling or on market on there, so you do also have a bit of a competition there.
They're selling it for what?
No, I'm saying that there is a few listings in that same apartment unit that you're on, like the complex there, that are listing. So it also makes it a little bit difficult with the competition there, especially if nothing's moving. But yeah, and you haven't got any feedback from them at all aside from that. Can you still hear me? Hello. Oh.
Yeah, sorry. What I listed it originally for 170, and then it's just not being. It's just not moving.
Right.
And I saw that a lot of others here have dropped their price too.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to drop mine.
Right. Okay. So it sounds like at this point the most important thing is just pretty much just trying to get it to sell for you to move into the facility.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, I definitely want to be able to help you do that. And want to do everything I can to make sure we cover everything you're looking for. Otherwise, probably wouldn't make sense to move forward. Now, I guess just to help me understand, I mean, walk me through, like, for you, how much do you feel like you would need to be able to get into the facility that you're looking into? Just to see if we could help.
140, 150, somewhere in that range.
Okay. And is there any mortgage on this one right now that would need to be cleared?
Yeah.
Okay. And what does that look like?
3,
How much?
103.
103. Okay. And then to get into the facility that you're looking into, I guess other than paying off the mortgage, I mean, what do you feel like you would need to be able to make that transition to the facility?
That I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because would you have to be paying like a monthly, like a payment every single month while you're there, or what does that look like?
Yeah.
Okay. And what does that look like as far as like the monthly payments on it? And by the way, the only reason I'm asking,
I don't have any idea.
okay,
They vary from facility to facility, and it depends on what Medicare will pay.
oh, okay. So Medicare would help you make those payments every month.
Yeah.
Okay. So aside from like the mortgage getting paid off and the Medicare, covering the monthly payments, like for you, I guess, what do you feel like you would need to be able to make that transition so that way you don't have to kind of push this off a little longer? And the only reason I'm asking, by the way, is because you might be better off maybe selling it now or perhaps maybe a little bit later. So for you, what do you feel like you would need in your pocket once it was all said and done?
Well, it has to be pretty quick here because I am bed bound, and that means that I can't live without some sort of caregiver.
Mhm.
So it's got to be immediately.
Right. Okay. Um. Okay. And then for you to get that the healthcare or like the support that you need, like what is that going to take? Like what are they like? Is Medicare like covering that for you?
No,
You're gonna have to come out of pocket for that.
not yeah. It has to come out of pocket.
Okay. And what would that look like just so you could get that care that you need?
Well, I have to sell it. Um,
Hmm.
and I have to sell it around 150.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I guess just so I could like, because I definitely want to help you in the best way possible. We do have a couple options here, and like I said, you could be better off holding on to it, or maybe wait a little bit longer there on the market. Sounds like the most important thing for you is trying to get this done and kind of get from underneath this, so you can get the care that you need. So with the 150, if you don't mind me asking, like, what does that allow you to do? And like I said, the only reason I'm asking that is because I definitely want to help, like, in the best way possible.
So what are you asking?
I'm saying, like, because you're saying you need at least 150, like, what does that allow you to do? And the only reason I'm asking that is because I want to see if there's a way where we could help you.
Well, I have a couple of options. One is to go to a home, which I don't like. Two is I could buy a tiny home, and then have the caregiver come there
Hmm.
for so many hours.
Right.
I wouldn't have full-time care like I would at a facility. Like if I went to a facility, I'd have 24-hour care.
Yeah.
But if I get a tiny home, they could come there, 3 or 4 hours a day.
Right.
And
Okay.
I'd be able to handle that.
Okay. Yeah, because like I said, based on your situation, I definitely want to see how I could help. My only concern is, like you're saying, like what the realtor was saying, like the market is fairly slow. There isn't a whole lot of movement there. You do have it listed, so that's just one of my main concerns there. That I'm kind of looking at, like because like if offers came, they'll come in slightly less than that. So like if let's say we were able to come in, cover the mortgage, you said the 103, and let's say get you another 10,000 like net in your pocket. I mean, do you feel like that will put you in a better spot so that you can get the care that you need in like a, let's say, 30 days or less?
Ask me that question again.
I would saying, like if let's say offers came in where we're able to pay off the mortgage of the 103,000 that you owe, and then on top of that, get you an extra 10,000 on top in your pocket. Do you feel like that would put you in a spot where you can get the care that you need in, let's say, in the next 30 days or less?
110?
No, I'm saying we'll cover the mortgage of the 103, and on top of that, we could get you another 10,000 on top. So offer would be, let's say if offers came around like the 110 to 113, do you feel like that would put you in a spot where you are able to get the care that you need?
No.
Okay. And
All
then
you're doing, basically all you're doing is offering me $10,000.
On top of the mortgage that would have to get paid off.
Yeah, but the mortgage, you know, it would be paid off, but you're not giving me anything but $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You're just giving me a cash offer of $10,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm giving you a cash offer of 113.
That's too low. I can't do that.
Okay. And just so I know, like, what do you feel like you would need then in your pocket then to be able to get the care that you do need?
Gee, not $10,000. I got offered 120 and I turned that down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And I guess like worst case scenario, like, I mean, do you feel like it might help if let's say if nothing really happens on the market and it kind of waits a little bit longer? I mean, do you feel like it could help potentially?
No.
Okay. Yeah, because
No.
that's just my only concern, like based on what I'm looking at here. Like I know you have it listed at 170, and I do see some of these properties that are selling. There are some at 160, 150, but there are in a little bit better shape based on comparing the pictures at what you have it listed, where you have it listed, and some of the other ones that have sold. And that's just my only concern there. Because at the end of the day, like I want to be fully transparent. We are investors, right? So when we look at some of these properties, it would at least need to line up from like an investment standpoint. That being said, though, like I want to make sure we're able to cover everything you're looking for. So that's why I was, asking some of these questions here just to get a clear understanding of what you're looking for and see if we could line something up. So, like for you, at the end of the day, I mean, what do you feel like? I guess I should ask, like, what are you absolutely looking to accomplish?
I know that what you're trying to do is to buy it as low as you can so that you can turn around and flip it
Mm-hmm.
and make a profit on it. And,
Right. Yeah.
that won't work for me if you're going to lowball me so low
Yeah.
that no, it's not going to work at 10,000
Right.
or 20,000.
Yeah. No, and I understand that.
The 20,000.
Right. Yeah.
We turn that one down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It sounds like you've had a few offers in that range already. And at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, like my job is to buy properties, but what most important is that, I'm also trying to help you at the same time, which that's why I was asking, like for you, I mean, what do you feel like is, I guess, like for you, what is it that you're absolutely looking to accomplish at the end of the day? You have to see if I might be able to help.
I am trying to get out of here and pay the mortgage off and buy that town tiny home. And in order to do that, I feel like 140 is as low as I'll go.
Okay. And for the tiny house, is that how much is going to cost you to get into the tiny house there? 140?
Close to it.
Okay. And are you paying cash or are you taking like a down payment and financing the rest?
That's a good question. I can't answer that.
Because I guess let me ask you, like, how much are the tiny homes, the one that you're looking at, like, how much are those costing you or is going to cost you?
Well, I've looked at different sizes, so I can't really answer that. But I
Okay.
am trying to find one that is all one story. I can't, because I can't walk. I have a broken hip and 2 broken knees. And so I have to be on one level.
Okay. And you say you're looking for a house, not like a condo, even if it was on the first floor?
No,
Okay.
I'd rather have a tiny home.
Tiny home. Okay. And were you still looking to stay there within that same area, or were you looking at other places?
No, definitely other places.
Okay. And where specifically were you looking at? Maybe I could help you find something, and also maybe we could work something out here.
Say what?
I was like, what areas in Houston were you looking at? Maybe I could look some up here and see if we could help.
Well, I didn't really Google what spot I was gonna go to. Just
Mhm.
that I would just buy a tiny home. There's little tiny home villages coming up.
Yeah, because I see some over on West Chase, kind of off of like 10 and 610.
Uh-huh.
And I do see a few in that area. Like there's one that's for sale by owner for, let's say there's one for 80, and that's just a 1 bed, 1 bath, small tiny home, 780 square feet.
Uh-huh.
There's another one for 110, a little bit bigger, but no, that one's actually probably wouldn't be good because that one's like it's an apartment unit. Let me see here. I do see another one. No. Yeah, I do see another one for 120, 130. That one's a little bit small. Well, it's a little bit bigger. Um, and those are all around that area of West Chase, of that range. So roughly, I mean, there's some good small tiny homes around that range, ranging from like 80 to like 120. I mean, do you feel like that's kind of like the range you're trying to stay in price point wise? Can you still hear me?
I'd have to look at the pictures and tell you what I think is, you know,
Mhm.
worth the money or not.
Right. Yeah, because like even if you let's say you got an offer at 140, you pay off the mortgage of 103, well, that still leaves you 37,000. Um, so would you have like let's say if you found a house that's maybe 100, would you have maybe the other 63,000 to buy it cash, or would you be have the ability to maybe take out a small mortgage for it?
Say that one more time.
I said, would you have the ability to like take out a loan to buy a house, or were you trying to pay cash for it
Well, my ideal situation would be to pay cash for it.
from the sale of this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you paid off the 103 on what you owe on the unit here, and you got a 140 offer, that puts you at 37,000 net to you, correct?
Yeah.
So with that, then you would have to find a tiny home to buy from the 37,000.
Right.
Okay. And based on what I'm looking at here, like everything's going to be a lot higher than that. Um, so would you happen to have like if let's say you found a home at 100,000 and you got 37,000 from this one, do you have the ability to come up with the rest, or would you have to take out a small mortgage for it?
I would prefer not to take out mortgage.
Hmm.
That's the whole purpose of doing the tiny house.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like based on what you're looking for and kind of between like what you owe on it and what you could potentially get if you even got an offer at 140, it might be a little tough to get into one to pay cash unless you maybe took out a mortgage. So I guess for you, I mean, would you be able to do that if you had to? Like, will you be able to afford that if you had to take out a small mortgage, or would the Medicare help you?
I don't think they're gonna allow me to take out a mortgage on it.
Hmm. Okay. So would the other option then be moving into the facility that you were looking into? Because wouldn't they cover those payments?
No, it depends on. Depends on what your social security is.
Hmm. Have you looked into that? Can you still hear me?
What I've looked into is my social security check.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. What were you saying?
My social security check knocks me out. Another government program for Medicaid.
Hmm.
It's right above that poverty line. So I don't qualify to get Medicaid.
Hmm.
And me having Medicaid changes the whole game for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be eligible for all this state assistance.
Hmm. And you say you do
Right.
qualify for that, or you don't right now?
I don't. I won't ever
Mm.
because my social security check is too high.
And how much is that? Like, what are you getting right now from that?
With my social security,
Yeah.
2,400.
Okay. Um. Hmm. And then for the facilities that you were looking into and potentially moving into, like, what would that cost you to get into one of those?
I don't make enough money.
To get into the facility?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you don't make enough money to get into those facilities, and then if you're looking at buying another house cash, you may need to take out a mortgage. So I guess my question to you, like you sell this one, I guess what's the plan once you sell? Like, I guess what are you looking to accomplish then? Because even if you got the an offer at 140, sounds like it probably won't put you in a spot where you can buy a house cash. And then sounds like also what you receive in Social Security, like you wouldn't afford to get into the facility. So I guess for you, what are you looking to accomplish?
If I had the 140, I get the 140, that's not going to pay off my mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me rephrase that. It won't give me enough cash, enough excess cash to buy a tiny home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm trying to get a cash offer.
Right. So I guess that's why I'm asking, like, because you owe 103 on this one, correct?
Right.
And you said you're looking to get how much again for the property?
$150, $140 to $150.
Okay, but you said the 140 won't get you to the place that won't give you excess cash to get you to a tiny home, right?
Yeah.
So even if you got an offer at 140, it wouldn't put you in a spot where you could be able to get into the next place.
You mean a place I can buy?
Right.
Yeah, if I take a note out.
Mm-hmm. Because even if you got an offer at 150, you would still have to take a note out, correct?
No, I won't be able to. Because they're going to check my credit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess my question to you then, if 140 and 150 won't really help you put you in a spot where you could move on from it, I guess what's leading you to, I guess, sell it in the first place?
What really, what? What'd you say?
I said I was saying that it seems like the 140 and 150 won't put you in a spot where you could even find another place. So I guess my question to you, I guess what had you considering like selling it in the first place?
Because I see the prices on the other um, townhouses. And if I see one that's fixed up and that one's not being sold for 170, I figured I needed to drop it.
Mm-hmm. So if you don't get the 140 or 150 that you're asking for, I mean, what happens then?
Repeat that?
I'm saying, so if you don't get the offers that you're looking for at the 140 or 150, I guess what happens then? What's the plan after that?
If I don't get,
Like if you don't get an offer at what you're asking for, I mean, are you just gonna end up just staying there, or is it something that you're still wanting to sell?
No, I don't want to stay here. It's 2-story. I haven't lived in the top second floor of my house for 4 years now.
You say you haven't?
No. I need to get rid of the house.
Wait, so you're not living there?
I'm living in the bottom floor.
Oh, and this one's in the, and this one's on the top floor. And what is this? The unit that?
It's a 2-story home.
Oh.
But because I had an accident and have not been able to walk, I've been living on the bottom floor.
Jeez. Okay. And how long has that been?
Since 2020. I think 2023.
2020. Oh wow. Okay, so it's been a few years now. So you've been just pretty much coming out of pocket every single month, and you haven't been even staying in the unit. You've just been living on the bottom unit this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, man. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That could definitely be tough to deal with, especially for it being that long. I mean, how's all that been like for you though, with kind of everything that's been going on then?
Yeah, it's just been very stressful. And it has, what do you call it? Drained my bank account.
Yeah. Jeez. So like right now, or like in the moment that, like, I guess like right now, when you said like it's been draining your bank account, like are you still able to like keep up with those payments?
I have a friend that's given me the money to catch it up, but at some point, which will be August 31st, if the forbearance isn't caught up, that's the bank's going to take them.
Okay. So right now, how much is it behind?
I just started June 1.
Okay. So you haven't missed a payment yet.
June 1.
Oh, it's when y'all, okay, so y'all just one payment right now missed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of me paying them $900, I only pay them $92.
Okay.
And the next month, it's the same thing.
92.
If I don't make the $900, they add another 92 on it.
Oh wow. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Man.
I
Okay.
know.
Yeah, that is definitely a tough spot there. And you said right now your friend is the one helping you, or was helping you pay it?
Yeah, he's helping me.
Jeez. I mean, right now, I mean, it sounds like the most important thing is kind of getting this kind of off your back. I guess the payments and all that at this point is kind of what y'all are looking for.
Say that one more time.
So it sounds like right now, like you and your friend, the one that has been helping you, I guess for you, it would be pretty much just getting from underneath those payments before,
Yeah.
August 31st comes and they just, I guess, foreclose on it.
I have to come up with $3,581 before I lose the house.
Okay. And is that included with the 103?
Yeah.
Okay. So the 103 is what you need to be able to get from underneath it, and that includes the 3,581.
Right.
Okay. 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 Because it sounds like if this keeps going on for until August 31st, they'll just come and take it away. I mean, for y'all, do y'all have the ability to catch that up and continue making the payments afterwards?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At the end of August, if I don't pay $3,581, they foreclose on it.
Okay. Okay, so it'll be that, and then on top of, and it'll be the balance of the 103, right? Or is that all together?
Say that one more time.
So the 3,500 that you're needing to catch up by August 31st, is that included with the 103 altogether to pay off the mortgage and that payment you're having to make before August?
No, it just catches up the mortgage.
Oh, it catches up the mortgage. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And right now the balance is at 103. Right?
Right.
Okay. So you would need at least 103 on top of that payment to get from underneath it in total, right?
Right.
Okay. So if we were able to do that, right, with the payment, catch that payment up and also get you from underneath the mortgage of the 103, and then on top of that we're able to still put some money in your pocket, do you feel like that would put you in a better spot than having to kind of deal with this until August 31st and they take it away?
Say that one more time.
I was saying, like, if we were able to catch up the payment of the 35,081 and then get you from underneath of the 103,000 that you owe on the mortgage, and then still, put some money in your pocket as well, do you feel like that would put you in a spot where it puts you in a better spot than having to wait until August 31st when they end up taking it away or foreclosing on it?
Not quite following your thinking.
No, so what I'm saying is, because obviously you don't want to lose a house, right? The unit and when August comes, right?
Right.
So sounds like the most important thing right now, based on our conversation, is getting from underneath the mortgage and that payment before August, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying is, if we were able to do that, do you feel like that would put you in a better spot than having to wait till August when they end up foreclosing on it if you don't catch it up? Because I want to help. I definitely want to help, but I just have to make sure like it's kind of close to those numbers, right? So I'm also trying to help you out here. So if I could pay off the mortgage with the 103 and the payment that you're behind on, and let's say I'm able to put another 8,000 on top, do you feel like that would put you in a spot where you walk away with some money in your pocket and get from underneath the mortgage?
And that's not very much money.
Yeah. I guess my question, I guess, looking at it this way, I mean, would you rather walk away with some money in your pocket or having maybe the lender foreclose on it if the payments don't get caught up and don't walk away with anything? Do you feel like that would put you in a better spot if we are able at least to get you from underneath the mortgage and then you walk away with a few $1,000s in your pocket?
What's a few $1,000s?
8,000. That's with us paying the 108, the 103,000, the 3,581 on top of that, and then you walk away with 8,000.
I've already been offered 115, and then another one 120.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and by the way, here's the thing too, like you could hold off, right? You could wait a couple months, you could wait until August 31st, right? Now, I mean, I guess what happens if August 31st comes and the payment and you haven't made that payment and they foreclose on it? I mean, are you willing to take that risk if you really didn't have to?
I don't know about that.
How do you mean?
Like I said, they've actually come in the house,
Mm-hmm.
looked at the upstairs and downstairs,
Yep.
and gave me a flat out cash price.
Yeah, which is the same range as what I'm telling you. And I can see the pictures, so that's why I'm confident with my numbers and where I'm at, right? So that's why I'm giving you the offer that I'm giving you, which is pretty much in the same range as those other, individuals you got offers from, right? So if I could put you in a good spot where you don't have to deal with what you've been dealing with, I could get you off, like get you from underneath the mortgage and still put some money in your pocket. I'm more than happy to help while you still have time, right?
So I'd have to think about it. That's, to me, that's a lower price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, at the end of the day, I definitely want to help. I want to put you in a good spot there, and I understand the situation now that we've had this conversation. And obviously, like I said, it sounds like the most important thing is for you to get from underneath the mortgage before the lender forecloses on it, correct?
Yeah.
So do you see how this could still put you in a spot where you could get from underneath it and at least walk away with some money in your pocket at the end of the day?
Yeah, but that's not enough money.
Okay. No, and I totally understand. Like I said, I definitely want to help, but we have to be somewhere around that range just based on where the market is. And I could see the pictures there. So if I could help you any way possible, look, I definitely want to help. But yeah, I think that's where I would have to be at the end of the day to be able to help you out here.
I understand.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, we'll keep in touch if things change on your end or even my end. We could, revisit and see how it could still help you, right? Um, but,
Okay.
but yeah,
All right.
All right, Ellen. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and you know, I wish you nothing but the best. And if things change, feel free to give me a call back.
Okay, Dan.
All right, bye. Man, sorry guys. I know that was a long one. But yeah, this one's a tough one. Let me see. Oh man. Yeah, this was definitely I think it was a good call, but it was a long one, which is, I mean, for me, I don't care. You know, that's sometimes what it takes. You know, like there's some calls where you could push it where it goes faster. Like this one, like ended up being where like, hey, it kind of flipped there. I ended up figuring out like, hey, she's like behind the mortgage right now than what I initially thought. And I was able to uncover that later on, but it took a little while there. So sometimes we just have to hang in there for a little bit, ask the right questions, listen to them, and then you know things start to unravel there. So yeah, she was definitely motivated. So I stuck there, and then once I was trying to get those needs to see what exactly she needed, because for me, I always look at it like, yeah, she wants 140, 150, but their wants is always a lot more than what they need. And in this case, like what she needs, if she doesn't catch up that payment before August, like she's gonna lose everything. Right. So what I'm offering still puts her in a good spot there, right? Where she catches the payment, we're able to put, you know, at least 8,000 in her pocket, which those are the offers she's been getting. 115, 120 around that range either way. So
Hey, good job, Ed. Good job,
appreciate
bro.
it. Appreciate it.
That was a I know I came in the middle of that one, but
dude, yeah.
Marathon.
It was a long one.
Yeah. So obviously I didn't hear the end of that. Me and Caesar were chopping it up, but yeah, how did it end? What I miss?
No, it was good. So I ended up figuring out like on this one, she is behind payments now. She hasn't been living there for like 4 years. She's living on the downstairs unit.
Yeah.
And well, she's death bound. So that was when she said that, I was like, man, dude, that sucks. And I was trying to figure out, okay, what is it that she exactly needs? But then it wasn't making sense to me because it's like where she's gonna go then. Because like even the proceeds that she gets is not gonna like get her.
It's not gonna cover the cash of the tiny home. Yeah.
And I was looking at it too. I was like, okay, you're trying to stay in the area. Let's see what those look like.
Yeah, I saw you. Yeah.
80 like, there's no way. I was like, okay, she doesn't afford the payment for the facility. So that's when I tied it back. It's like, well, why are you looking to move in the first place? And that's where it came back to. She's not living there, those payments. Yeah. So either way, like the offer that I've made, like would definitely still help her. She's still stuck on that price there.
Yep. Caesar, what you got?
That was good, Edward. I mean, you hung in there, dude. You hung in there a lot longer than I would have.
Yeah.
But this is where Edward and I differ, and I always tell folks it's not that I'm better or Edward's better. It's just we have different styles, and I love having Edward on the channel because then the viewers get like a different taste. You know what I mean? Like different flavor, so to speak. We're a lot in many ways, but we're also different in certain ways too. But yeah, it was definitely kind of like a loop, and that's also obviously because it's an older lady. So
something that stood out to me, and if y'all don't mind me jumping in here, because I am definitely full transparency to y'all who are watching or listening. Edward, I don't know, we haven't chatted one-on-one, but you may have seen. So I jumped into TU as a student. And so obviously I'm the CEO, Lead Zolo. We have a ton of background in marketing and I have a ton of background in sales, but I tell people like, I don't know anything about like really what it takes to get on the front lines and grind out a deal. So I'm learning that right now, and I'm really grateful for all the resources that are into you and for guys like you. Something that I noticed though, with like all my sales spidey senses were tingling and instincts kicking in, which is why I jumped in, and the empathy stuff, like the couple seller calls that I've already done, and it's easy for me, right? Like I'm in the, there's an emotional cycle of change. Hormozy talks about it. It's a really cool graph. And when you see it and you hear someone talk about it, you're like, ooh, I've been there. The emotional cycle of change is really cool. But the introductory part of the emotional cycle change is positive optimism, uninformed optimism. And so what that means is beginner's luck, right? You got beginner's confidence. So I got beginner's confidence right now. I'll get punched and some of that will get the air sucked out of me or whatever, the life sucked out of me a little bit. But something I've been trying to really come across, and you did a good job of doing this, and the thing that I think is such an important part of a call like this with a prospect like this too, is like reiterating like, hey, I'm trying to be on your side. Yes, I have a business to run. Yes, we need to profit. But like truly, ma'am, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, I'm trying to be on your side. Like, I want this to work. I want you to get what you want. I don't want you to have to worry about climbing the stairs and not being able to take care of this and that. And like, when you reiterate their pain points as something that you want to try to be a solution to, then it'll start to bring down their walls, because all they're thinking in their head is like, Ed's over here trying to get rich off my property and my and if you can try to punch through that, diffuse that, whatever way, you find your own way. Because to Caesar's point, we're all different, different folks, right? So we got to take different approaches, and we all got different language patterns, et cetera, et cetera. But that's something I'm always trying to convey when I'm talking to a seller. It's like, hey, we're way far away. Like, I talked to this guy on Saturday night, and he was like, I want $300K for my mobile home. He's like, my neighbor sold hers for 300. And I was like, bro, there are no comps. How's 25 sound? And I offered him 25. And needless to say, that ain't a deal. But it's just like, look, brother, I would love for there to be a world where I could offer you 300K and it makes sense, but it just don't make sense. And that's something that I heard that she was like, she kind of come at you, right, a couple times. Yeah, she's trying to make you the bad guy, and it's like, man, that ain't, that's not really a situation, but they think it is. So everything that they say is the truth, and everything that we say is a lie as wholesalers or salespeople, because they got that idea about us built up in their heads. But man, you did a great job sticking in there, trying to find a way forward. So good stuff.
Yeah. You're very patient. And like I said, before the session started, I even told Edward, I'm like, Edward, I am no tiger today. I am a freaking boar. I'm like, I have no patience today. There are days when I will be very patient, and I do the same thing. But for everyone that's watching, we didn't even do a proper introduction. Welcome, Cody. Cody, the CEO of Lead Zolo. He's also, like he said, he's also part of TU. Definitely something that I respect, that he's willing to kind of get into the trenches and really see how their leads are actually working, right? And for me, that speaks volume, because obviously you are going to see whatever weaknesses that you guys might have in your ads and the strengths that you have, and you're going to be able to adapt and adjust, because now you're going to feel it not only from your 50,000 feet overview, but you're in the trenches. You're like, okay, this is what we need to fix. And I've worked with a lot of owners, CEOs that have done that, and I've always respected that, because you can always be a general on your horse on top of the hill with a pair of binoculars, letting your people know what needs to be done, or you can get in the trenches and then get back on the horse and be like, this is what we need done. So I appreciate that. Anyone else that's on right now, if you guys have any questions for Cody, drop on there. But for you, Cody, if you don't mind, since we do have you, and I know you've got a meeting coming up right in a few minutes.
It's all good. We got time. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
A good time. Hey, like, let it rip. Anything, Edward, if you got anything for me, I don't know if you got questions, thoughts, feedback, whatever. Caesar, you've been in the game for a long time, and you obviously see a ton of that stuff come through to you. I changed my name, by the way, because yes, I'm CEO of Lead Zolo, but also getting into it as a TU beginner, as a student. So yeah, anybody who's got questions in the chat, Edward, if you got something you were curious about, and Caesar as well. Like whatever you're hearing, you know, from people, and big fan of leading from the front. That's always been something. Like I was a leader really young. I was an entrepreneur really young. I owned a gym when I was 19. So I came from sports background, football, powerlifting, stuff like that, got into bodybuilding, got into fitness, got into personal training, owned a gym, then got into sales. And I was just chasing money all in my 20s, right? I was like, man, how do we like, you know, get rich or die trying kind of thing. You know, so I was always trying to do that, still trying to do that, still focused on that, obviously, which is why we play the game of business, but always continue to remain a student, continue to remain as humble as I possibly can. It's real easy to get detached from reality when you're on the horse, on the you know, in the ivory tower, wherever it is from your vantage point. So I get so much from the insights, you know, being on these seller calls, listening to you guys, talking to our clients. And that's always been really beneficial in my career. So I think it's fun, the project that I'm doing right now. And obviously, yeah, I'm game to, you know, to dig in with you guys. So yeah, if you guys got anything, let it rip. Open book.
Well, I do have a question, since you said no holds barred, so I'm gonna ask. And these questions are like impromptu. It just came up right now as you were talking. So as you are making these calls now, you're in the trenches. Like, what are some of the things that you've seen within your guys' leads where you're like, oh, that doesn't sound right, or hey, that's pretty strong? Like, what are some of the strengths that you've seen within your guys' leads, and what are some of the things where you're like, maybe we need to change something here?
Yeah, I think that the thing that I'm noticing right now, that I don't know, I'll answer the question in terms of what I think we have done or will continue to do better. The thing that I immediately noticed about the leads that came through, and I'm like super early days, I was just telling Caesar, like I'm literally like a dozen leads in, right? I'm actually 8 leads in to Leadzola leads. So what I do is I turn my bids on in Denver and in San Antonio. I had some statewide stuff on, and I've plucked some stuff off our marketplace as well, and it ended up being a foreclosure lead, but then all their contacts were disconnected and emails were bouncing, and I was like, damn, would love to help them out, right? But the things that come through PPL leads, and that comes through ads and comes through PPC and any of that stuff, right? Any of your inbound lead channel, you're gonna get this, is you're gonna get homeowners who are truly just looking for quick, speed, convenience, but they have an expectation that is fair market value and does not make any sense for a wholesale or a, you know, flip transaction, right? And so that's always going to come through. One of my leads, which I called within 30 seconds of it coming in, and he didn't answer, was a divorce lead. And I comped it, and it was in San Antonio, in the northwest side or northeast side of San Antonio, by one of the military bases. And it was a 2021 build, and he didn't have any equity, but he was like, you know, underwater, and, you know, he's trying to offload the property because he was in a divorce. And I was like, damn, well, unless he's in extreme financial distress, I can't do nothing with that. So that's something that I've noticed, is that that's going to be a real estate market thing. The thing that I definitely noticed with our ads, and then I noticed with any ads, any cash offer ads, you know, we'll buy your house cash no matter the condition, price, blah, 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 is the mention of avoiding real estate agent fees, commissions. You know, we don't charge fees, we don't charge commissions, right? Before you list with a real estate agent, stuff like that. And I noticed about 1.5 years ago that we were running stuff like that, and it was doing really well. It's generating a lot of leads. And I was like, okay, that's generating leads, but that's not generating the right expectation for a cash offer. And so I then sought out with our creative agencies and our internal creative process, how do we remove that? How do we lean into like, hey, we want to buy a, you know, sort of as is condition. And especially since going through all of the TU training a couple weeks ago, in the, what does RJ talks about, like the 4 different types of sellers and like the 4 different buckets, and dude, I really loved the, like, quick shout out to the King Closer training videos, like those training videos, and how that he goes through like the different types of sellers, the seller psychology matrix, like I think it's like 10 different types of sellers. I loved those videos with the live call example. I thought those were really, really good videos, and it illuminated a lot of me when I talked to my media buying team when we're looking at ad creative. Because, you know, if you guys don't know, or have never talked about it, or hear me talk about it, or just, you know, don't like kind of figure this out on your side, the current reality of the ad algorithms is like, you need so much creative to have a profitable, scalable ad campaign. It requires a lot of us. Like, it historically has been really, really costly to generate a lot of ad creative, to get that stuff to spin, because you'll spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars getting good ad creative. And you, first of all, if you never know if it's really going to work, And then second of all, you know, it's going to stop working at some point in time. And so what I've done is I've shifted our hooks and our creative angles to really emphasize financial and physical distress. And that's been an uphill battle because the algorithm doesn't want people to feel bad when they get on the algorithm, because their whole metric is like minutes per user, right? They want people to spend more time on the platform, watch more YouTube videos, and go and scroll more on TikTok or Instagram Reels or Facebook or whatever, right? Watch more stories. And if you're feeling bad, then you usually don't keep doing that. Now, there's a little bit of like, okay, well, I'm going to keep scrolling to feel something. But then you get into what Facebook calls a zombie scroll. And that's when you're like really whipping that thumb, like you're really moving. And that's not necessarily good for ads either, because they're not going to sit there and watch them. And so the things that we've leaned into is the story side of an inheritance, the story side of a divorce property, the pain of having to deal with costly repairs and stuff like that for their house. It's the headache stuff. It's the things that you guys hear on seller calls. And when we get closer to that and we test more and more of that, then that's able to kind of shift, you know, the type of lead that we generate. But I'll tell you, it's still really challenging to throw a bunch of that stuff, the ad creative at the algorithm, because we can throw like 15, 20 ads in and literally like 3 of them will hit. And it just becomes really expensive, but that's the reality of the game, right? Like, I'm not complaining. I'm just, you know, keeping it real. So those are things that I've noticed, Caesar. I know it's a really long answer. I tend to do that. If you guys ever been on a call with me, like I like to talk, because I do geek out on this stuff. So changing the ad hooks for sure. And continuing to just lean into that financial and physical distress. Like those are our winners. We tried foreclosure, divorce, like really on the nose. Like if you're going through a divorce with UGC actors and stuff, the algorithm hates that. People like, they don't come to social media to hear more about their freaking divorce, which is kind of funny because you'd think they'd want to talk about it, but like, you know, I guess because it's an ad, right? It kind of triggers them a certain way. So those are things we're trying to change.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, physical and financial distress is huge. So at least you're, no, I don't want to say the word attacking, but you're, what's the right word? Targeting.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like
the right motivations.
Yep.
The right people that we need to talk to. So yeah, dude, I'm pretty stoked. I'd love to have you hop on here, man. I'd love to hear you make some calls. Definitely, he seemed like a very open-minded guy, so we'll definitely give you feedback and vice versa. Like I always tell everyone on the channel, like, guys, like I might be good, but at the end of the day, I'm here to grow together with each and every one of us. So any feedback that I get, I always appreciate. And that's the whole thing about the channel. The goal of the channel was to at least just, if I could just help one person just hang in there for one more month, one more week, one more day, one more phone call, like then the channel would have done its job, you know? And so yeah, man, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that we finally got to meet and catch up. And guys, at some point we're going to do it. Cody's going to hop on here. We're going to make some calls. We're going to call some lead Zolo leads, and we're just going to get after it.
Yeah, Caesar, thank you for letting me jump on here. Yeah, what do y'all think? Y'all think in the chat we should jump on soon and do some seller calls? Ed, what do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I'm all for that.
Cool. I guarantee Caesar, I guarantee
down.
Caesar, you've impacted people with this channel, and I know for a fact what you've done in the community. I've seen it from my perspective, and obviously I'm really looking forward to be able to feel it and get coaching from you, get feedback from you guys, and learn from you. So yeah, I try to check my ego at the door. I've been humbled many times in my career, in my life, and I think those are important moments to listen to and learn those lessons. Otherwise, what I've learned, life's gonna keep sending you that lesson, bro. If you don't learn it, it's gonna get louder. So if you don't pay attention, life will make you pay attention. Whatever you believe in, whomever you believe in, I think that's a very, very, that's a universal law of life. Is that like if you don't learn those lessons, you're gonna learn. Like life will make you pay attention. It'll just keep getting louder, keep getting more intense. It'll shake you to your core. So I like to try to pay attention to that stuff, and certainly know that, like, yeah, I don't know everything. So cool.
100%, dude.
Does anybody have anything else? Otherwise, I'll let you guys keep getting to it, keep rocking, and we'll link back up. I think I see Jacob over there wanting to see me in in the boiler room as well. So we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Edward, do you have any questions for Cody, or we're good?
No, I don't have any questions right now.
Cool. Get back to making money,
Cool.
man. It's all good.
Let's do it. We're actually
Cool.
going to end it now,
Okay.
but we'll definitely hop back on tomorrow, and Cody and I will definitely set up time sometime, maybe in the next week or two, and Cody will be up here making calls with us.
Let's make it happen.
Let's do it. Till next time, folks. Speed and volume. Speed and volume. Let's get after it.
Nice.